Hey, what's good? Welcome in to Spiritual Therapy through Divine Consciousness. I am Dee, welcoming you in where you will find some sort of clarification, confirmation, or validation to whatever it is that you're growing through whenever you come across this video. Taking what resonates, leaving the rest. Feel free to show some love through your likes, shares, and subscribes to help grow and expand this community and get these messages out there. So let's see what we have for the collective. What's coming out for the collective? I don't know why I feel like saying Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So I know Mercury is in retrograde right now. And the next full moon is July 11th. So we're in a waxing phase right now. Eliminating all that no longer serves our intention, our goals, as I say that, eliminating what no longer serves. Fear, 111 on the clock as I say that, and this is a number 11 card if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you could see it at the top, right there. It's white, but letting go of what no longer serves. That's the fear, the trapped illusion. You could be seeing ravens, you could be seeing crows. That could be of significance for you. You could feel trapped within your own mind. That's what's keeping you back. It's being trapped in your own mind, your own train of thought. Even your circumstances are never really what they seem. They're only held captive in the perspective and how you see. And our vision could always be changed or altered by healing, by facing the fear. When we face the fear, we become fearless, right? Less and less and less. So when, say, you're afraid of public speaking, practice recording a YouTube, and you practice on YouTube and you practice recording yourself speaking, or you practice in the mirror. So when you become a public speaker or when you have that public speaking event, you are practicing your fear, so you become fearless. Okay, then we have number 13, which is will. So this is you having the will, like this is like freedom of will. So that's a 4, so that's a foundation. This could even be in regards to your perseverance, your resilience I'm getting, but a will is also significant to an inheritance, like the 10 of Pentacles, right? Waxing gibbous, waxing gibbous. Like, see, waxing gibbous, waxing. That's 2 and that's 4, and waxing gibbous 3. So 2, 3, 4, and this is 19, which is balance, which is an ending of a cycle. So I feel like something's going to come in that's going to bring in balance to your situation and allow you to fear less, more. Does that make sense? And number 30, which underneath is purity. And then we have growth. Someone's assessing your growth. It could be this divine masculine. They want to come in and give a helping hand, okay? And they want to protect you, and they know that you can trust. You could be trusted, and vice versa. They could be trusted, and there is a new beginning, and this is what you're attracting in. So, but this is some sort of will, so some sort of inheritance that's bringing in balance. I've been picking up on a lot of unions coming in. I got this, excuse me, beautiful new deck. I wanted to use it with you guys. Oh no. This is little costume jewelry. Okay. Let's see what we have for the collective. What's the actual? I can't swear, can I? I gotta be careful. The trucker mouth comes out. What's this? 7 of Cups and Judgment. Yeah, this is like, You having fear because you don't want to make the same choices, but you have free will. But you need to bring in balance to rectify this situation. That could be for some of you, not all of you, okay? That was an odd shuffle. So the energy feels a little odd. Maybe facing your fear in this relationship. Because there's something, whatever is coming into balance is pure. So like fear, I feel like purity is the opposite of fear here. It's like you can't quite see it because it's the snow moon. You can't quite, it's like growth. You can't see the seed taking root and planting as it's germinating, but it's pure. And someone's assessing the situation, and it could be a masculine assessing the situation, even if you are a masculine, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it's someone watching you, I feel. What do we have for the collective? Wow, the Phoenix. Okay, so this deck is, I don't even know what it's called, to be honest. Hold on, I got the book. Look how nice the book is. Isn't that beautiful? That's fucking gorgeous. Sacred Kingdoms. I love it. I think it's absolutely stunning. So this is your 78 traditional tarot deck, but it has two additional cards. One is the Phoenix, which you got here, which is very rare. So I'm going to read it to you. This is a very special card you picked up today. So pay attention because it is a blessing and a very strong message. No matter how difficult or challenging life may be, you have the strength to rise from the ashes and be born anew. This is your time to liberate into renewal. Just as the phoenix emerges from the flames, you can overcome what may have been holding you down and soar to new heights. Endings are never permanent. Every ending is a new beginning. Strength and beauty are on your side. You are in the process of liberation. In many ways, you are already there. I love that. Look at the detail on this card, the colors. Oh, so beautiful. And that kind of correlates and aligns with fear, right? King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. Look, strong Leo. I love this deck because they have a strong emphasis on cats. So you could be Lyran. You could have an affiliation, and that's the eldest star seed constellation that has been around, that we know of, that has been researched anyways. But I feel like you're getting a foot up. That's what this balance is. Something's coming in to give you a leg up. Strong fire, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. You can't make it up. Look how beautiful this card is. She's off into the horizon, just kind of waiting. She's in a staircase. But it looks like she's on the edge. So this is a 9 card. She's on the edge of the horizon, about to see the rise of this wish fulfillment, of this balance. What else do we have for the collective? The Phoenix, the Knight of Wands. Again, more Aries, Leo, Sag. Emphasis on the lions, okay? You could have been a royal descent. You could come from a royal lineage. Okay, and it doesn't matter, and I want to get something straight on this channel. It doesn't matter your race, okay? Like, it matters for your experience, yes, to a certain degree and a certain extent, because that is your ancestry, that's your blood, of course, that's your lineage, of course. I'm not disregarding that. However, We are souls having a human experience. So don't get too fixated on darker, lighter. It's all relative. We all come here to fulfill the contract as needed. And some souls have higher ranking, higher um, higher hierarchy. Say that fast 10 times. Page of Pentacles. So this is you being studious, you learning something. This King of Wands, that could be that masculine card that we saw that wants to come in, that's traveling. Something about the desert could be significant, like Arizona, the Middle East, the Sahara. That could be significant for somebody. But it's like where there was, where you felt like it was dry, where you felt like nothing was growing, where you felt like nothing was able to be reborn or rebirthed. You're quickly learning that the Hierophant, through retrospection, introspection, you are attaining 11:11 on the clock, attaining ancient wisdom. This is a higher calling, stepping into your calling, having the confidence to step into your higher calling, because where you thought was stagnant is really the rise, is really the rebirth. The Hierophant. The Ten of Wands, putting down burdens that are no longer yours to carry. Using what you've learned, mastering a new skill, a new trade, putting down what you thought you once wanted, like facing the fear and doing it anyways. Sometimes we get so used, that's our comfort zone I'm picking up on. Sometimes we get so used to being in our comfort zone and carrying so much that we identify with that, when really that's just our experience of expression that needs to be introspected and healed. The Hierophant is some sort of higher calling, some sort of healing that needs to be done with this ancient wisdom, the Two of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Look at this Hierophant card. It's beautiful. This is ancient wisdom, tradition. This is like a hoodoo practice I'm picking up on. Maybe walking away with the Eight of Cups. What you thought you wanted was your wish fulfillment, or someone tried to do some sort of hoodoo to fulfill this King of Wands as a wish fulfillment. Something strange like that, right? I don't like tapping into that energy. Then we have the Two of Wands, making a decision to walk away from all these burdens. Underneath the deck, we have the Empress. Yeah, because there's a new beginning. Look at this. I don't know if you could see this. The Ten of Wands, the Two of Wands, and then the Six of Cups. This is you setting sail, facing the fear and doing it anyways, making the decision to walk away from like something that you were carrying, but it wasn't your energy to carry. Someone was playing with you. It could be a tradition that kept you stagnant and kept you stuck in a false narrative, in a false belief system. And there could have been some sort of magic done on you from walking away, because you are this King of Wands. You hold some sort of rank, or this person assessing you is this King of Wands, and they hold some sort of rank. But they see you as a wish fulfillment. They see you as the phoenix rising. They see you as the Empress. Look how beautiful that card is. They see you as the Empress, as victory. Some sort of recognition is coming in for you. You see how she's on her horse, but it looks like there's another being beside her. They've been with you. It's like a hidden helper. They've been with you all along. What's this? The Knight of Swords, taking action. Because then that's it, the Ace of Swords. because it's the ending of the beginning. Didn't I read? What did I read? The Phoenix. Because we know in endings, it's never truly an ending because that only births another beginning. And then we have the world card, and that's the truth. I mean, for me as a reader, when I get the Ace of Swords, it's no more clarification, no more confirmation. That's the reading. That's the truth. Even if I were to have gotten the Phoenix and then the Ace of Swords, I would stop the reading as a reader because that's the truth. That's all you needed to hear. That was the message. So that comes out like a dead end. It's done. It's sealed. Okay, so just so you know for future reference. But it's some sort of traditional belief that was keeping you stuck, but you've learned something new about some sort of tradition or religion. And tradition and religion is not necessarily a bad thing, right? It's just how it's used, what it's based off of. But you've learned to let go of burdens that weren't yours. This is you facing the fear. Maybe you've learned something in this will. The will and the Hierophant is through some sort of divorce, some sort of separation, like a legality I'm getting. I don't usually read the Hierophant, but I'm getting that. So you had to walk away from the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups. This is something you thought you wanted. And it's like, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. And then you got it and you're like, this is not what I wanted. And it just became a burden for you. But something's coming into balance. There's an ending here, fixed signs, right? The fixed signs are Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. Thinking it through, having a logical plan, executing, doing the due diligence necessary for this new beginning because there is victory here. But you had to walk away from something that you thought you wanted, or you had to walk away from a person, place, or thing. But people thought that they were leaving you for dead and like burdensome. But what they didn't know is that you're the Phoenix. This was part of the will, part of your contract, paperwork, your legality. This is your soul contract that you had to have everything stripped from you so you could rise as the Phoenix and step into your power. And that's bringing in balance because you're a pure soul. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're a pure soul. That's why you're on this channel. You understand? I don't deal with petty shit. I don't deal with petty bullshit. Petty shit gets consumed with petty shit. And we're not full of shit here. I don't get consumed with things like that. And I don't read for people like that. I don't do drama. There's no drama mama right there. You understand? So you're a pure soul. And that's fucking rare. And I just swore the potty mouth. Sorry. And I get passionate into something, but it is what it is. Okay, that's why it's not for children. But you're the Phoenix, and you had to prove people by walking away, and by you walking away and letting go of something that was only causing more burden than it was more gain, is bringing in this balance of this wish fulfillment. Much love, collective.